Bum, 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 ba-doo.
How's it going?
What's going on, Ramton? Long time no see.
Yeah.
I made some lunch. I did what did I do? I did like noodles, bacon, and mushroom. I did.
Oh, that sounds good. It's like a carbonara almost like.
Yeah, almost a carb. But I guess I need probably like some Alfredo sauce for real carbonara.
Yeah. Well, a carbonara is actually with pecorino. You're Italian. Come on. It's with pecorino.
I know,
Come
I
on.
should know. Pecorino, he said.
What kind of Italian are you when you
I
don't
know,
have
I'm
the
the worst.
pecorino?
I'm the worst, dude. Oh no.
It's also not with bacon. It's with.
Yeah, it's with prosciutto, which is basically Italian bacon.
Isn't it with guanciale? Which is
Oh,
like
is
the
it?
face. Yeah, it's with the face meat.
The face. Okay, well now I need to look this up, dude.
You gotta get on. Your
I need to get on my heritage, dude. I'm bad here.
Yeah.
Wait.
I'm-
Carbonara. Here we go. Let's see if Wiki. Let's see what Wiki says. Cured pork. Okay, and black pepper. Okay, cool.
It has to be guanciale. Like I mean,
Or
you can make-
pancetta. Pancetta. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking pancetta.
Pancetta is the pork belly, but guanciale is just like a. I think it's like a more.
The jowls. Wow.
Yeah.
Guancia. But lardons of smoked bacon are a common substitute. Yeah, that's what I did. I did like poor man's.
Yeah, I mean,
carbonara.
you can honestly. I've made it with guanciale before, and like I couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah, it just tastes like salty meat.
Yeah, but pecorino, it does. Which
is
like,
different than parm. Pecorino is different than palm. Is it sharper?
Yeah, it's sharper. It's like a more funkier.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay, I like funky cheese. For me, like
Yeah, it's-
the funkier the cheese, the better, dude. That's what I like.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
All right, let's see. Got a lot of questions today. Where are the kids though? Well, actually, it already pinged them. Oh, come in. Shifter's here. What's up? Duhora's here. What's up, Duhora? You can always raise your hand if you want to come in the audience and say hi. I can invite you. You don't have to. Bum, 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 bum. What is the biggest? Dude, Jamarcus asks some good questions here too. But he's in India right now, I think, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I think-
Really asked.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's. Okay. Cool. All right. Start off. Welcome everyone to Golden Hour AMA. My name's Dr. Gold. I'm joined by Ramton, and this is the stream where you can ask anything about everything. And we're gonna answer some questions. We're giving out bonuses if you ask something related to gaming or developing and whatnot. Yeah, that counts as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Noise?
Is that a new category for like cooking?
We should do a cookie. Yeah, we should always have like a category of the week, like a bonus category. And if you ask something in the bonus category, you get double point.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Okay, here we go. Habib's asking about time travel again. We already went over that, Habib.
I think we've gone over it like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
so-
we've done time travel so many times. Oh, thank you, Sensation. Sensation's
That's
rating
dope.
with a party of 1. What's up, Sensation? What were you doing? Where were you? You were streaming something, I guess. That's cool. I appreciate the raid, dude. That's dope. That's dope. Let's see. Teacup has a good question. How do game developers use math to create realistic physics engines and game mechanics? For example, baking lights. Baking lights? What's baking lights? Excuse me?
I don't-
What is baking lights? What?
Maybe it means making lights.
Oh.
Ray tracing.
You are right, but wait, the B key and the M key are very far from each other. So, well, they're actually they're one key apart. Okay, you're right. Yeah, making light.
I'm making light.
Sensation said he was finished foundation maths, and then I moved over onto English. But you were streaming, so it was time to hand over. Oh, that's nice. Appreciate it, dude. Cool.
That's what Sensation was doing.
Pardon?
Linear algebra. It was amazing.
Linear algebra. Ooh. Yeah, I did some cool stuff actually with linear algebra this last weekend with the student I'm teaching. I didn't know there were so many cool identities with the transpose and like inverses and whatnot. A lot of cool things. And then proving that matrices are non-singular and whatnot. A lot of cool stuff. Linear algebra dope. Okay, but Teacup's asking how do game developers use math to create realistic physics engines and game mechanics? That's cool. Yeah, Ramty, you want to take this?
Question. Yeah, I actually did a little bit of digging.
Okay, let's see. What'd you do? What'd you find?
So, I mean, I know a little bit of it. The one that I, for example, know, which could be like a cool thing, that is Teacup here, also just that.
I don't see Teacup, but it's okay. You can just go through it.
Okay. I mean, I can answer the Noise's question and then answer Teacup's after he comes back.
Sure, yeah, let's do that. What was Noise's question? How are complex numbers used in electrical engineering? Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. Yeah.
So they are used in, I don't know much about them.
Circuit analysis, right? In doing like sort of AC circuits, I think.
Exactly. Yeah, there are these things called phasers. I don't know exactly how they work.
Yeah.
But it's essentially like anytime you have oscillatory behavior,
yeah,
you can use what's it called? Imaginary numbers. And
use
like
the complex plane.
Yeah, so a lot of the times you end up like having differential equations that give you like imaginary like solutions or something.
Yeah.
And that means that you just have some kind of like a oscillatory behavior, like for example inductors, right? So
yes,
if you have inductors into your circuit, you're gonna have
here's a good question. Noise, do you know what an inductor is?
Inductor.
An inductor, yeah. So like this is how like they write circuits, right? This is for instance like a battery. This would be a resistor, and then we could have like for instance a capacitor here. And then we could have what's called like an inductor, something like this. Yeah. Like the curly thing.
Yeah. So essentially, sorry?
They store energy.
That's what capacitors do. So capacitors store energy. They store charge, which is energy, right? They're kind of like batteries that are, I guess, more temporary, is what I would think of a capacitor as. Inductors, so what inductors do is they resist changes to current. Is what they do by providing what's called a back voltage. Okay, so the way we talk about that is right. This is what voltage from like an inductor, I think, is equal to something like L di dt. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Merriweather remarks: the circuits, communication systems, electrical energy control system. That's a lot of buzzwords there, Merriweather. I like that. Yes. Is the thing in the bottle of the kettle a heat inductor? Yes. So that's different. That's so that has to deal with transferring heat by inductance, I guess. Mutual inductance, which is that's a different property is what that is. Yeah. Inductors and mutual inductance is a different thing. I believe so, right, Rampton? What's your how much circuit knowledge do you know, Rampton? Like I
know a little bit. So, like for example, I know like when you have inductance, essentially, as you said, it changes or it resists the change to
the current.
The current, yeah,
right.
Exactly.
So yeah.
So what you would end up having is, I think the current grows like exponentially until it reaches it or it's like a kind of like a mirrored exponential.
It looks like this. It looks like this usually is what it does, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right. So yeah, exactly. So the current through your DC circuit
Mhm.
end up being like something like I minus I times e to the negative, t times some
Right.
factor. Yeah, yeah. So essentially, what happens is like it's kind of like a regulatory thing that you put into your circuit because you don't want to have like essentially when you put when you turn on the circuit, your circuit ends up having like a massive amount of
Like a
um,
surge. Yeah.
yeah, a surge of current that goes through it.
Mhm.
So with the inductor, essentially what it does is that it makes it so that you don't get like a huge jump in
Yeah,
your
it resists like big spikes in current. And then this is the cool thing: capacitors resist huge spikes in voltage or drops and whatnot. So
yeah.
this gets a lot into like electrical filters and whatnot, like surge protectors. You can use inductors to resist spikes in current, and then you use capacitors as kind of like a buffer to provide voltage if you ever have a voltage drop. It acts like a temporary battery, is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. So like with the if you have a capacitor, so let's say there are three different or I guess other than the wire
Hmm.
and the battery and the resistance, you have other things that you could put into a circuit, right? So without the resistance, essentially what happens is like because there's that V equals to IR equation, right? You don't have to
Right.
worry about it, but that's the Ohm's law. So the if you were to ever have a circuit, you could actually do this at don't do this at home. You can
Don't start
do
like
yourself.
plugging shit into the wall. Don't
That's
do it,
what I'm.
please.
You can do this yourself, but so anything has some kind of resistance through it, right? Unless you're dealing with a super conductor, which that's going to become like its own area of research. But everything has resistance itself, right?
Mhm.
And once you have a conductor, the conductor does not have a lot of resistance itself. So what happens is that if you like look at this equation, if your resistance is very small, it means your current is going to be really high,
Yeah.
right? So you end up having a lot of current go through your thing. So let's say you had a battery and you only used a piece of wire, which is made out of copper, right, to connect it, both ends of it. You're going to have very small resistance, very high current. It's a conductor. So what happens is you end up having a uh, high amount of heat that is created as well. Because other than electricity, it conducts heat really well. So it's going to melt your wire in the matter of like seconds,
Mhm.
right? So you're going 2-3 seconds, you're going to melt your wire, and that's with like a 10-volt battery or something, right? So that's why you put in actual pieces that are resistant, uh, uh, and these resistors end up like making sure that your current is not crazy, so your whole circuit doesn't end up burning.
And so the wire doesn't like melt. If you ever see like you ever see like electronics like catching on fire and melting and whatnot, it's usually because there's too much current running through something. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. And as Gold said, when you put a capacitor in there, what happens is this capacitor ends up getting charged up. So the charges end up going on this capacitor. But here's the thing. So you see how the capacitor is two plates, right? And the side that is facing the positive side on the battery side, the positives go there because the current is kind of like looping going in that direction, and it's going to go to the positive side, yeah, exactly, of your capacitor now. And
Mm-hmm.
then same thing with the negatives, because essentially what happens is you have a flow of particles, and these flow of particles reach the plate, and once they reach the plate, they create an electric field.
Yeah.
And once they create that electric field, they end up inducing charges that are like negative or positive on the other side as well. So once this happens, a you end up having essentially this capacitor be fully charged, and it counteracts your battery. So after a while, there would be um, no more flow inside your circuit because the flow was only there to fill up charges on that capacitor. And once that happens, then there would be no more flow. Another
Right.
thing that, if anyone knows physics a little bit as well, is that when you have an electric field, it means you have a potential difference,
Right.
and the potential difference ends up becoming the same across your capacitor
As
it is
the battery. Yeah.
as a battery.
Yeah.
And once you have no more potential gradient, you have no more flow.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's the capacitor. Now so after a while, if your battery stops working, as Gold said, you can get your capacitor to act as like a battery for you. Like and this ends up, releasing some of those charged particles.
Like if
and
you
it
were just
can-
to get rid of this, like this battery and whatnot, now this starts behaving like the battery and providing power.
Yeah, exactly. Because now you do have, once again, you have created a potential difference between
Exactly.
the positive
Right.
and the negative plate.
Yeah.
And then the inductor, once you put it, this again goes back to a thing called the Lenz's law, because all of these are taught throughout like one entire course, right?
Mhm.
So like I don't want to be like going into too much.
Yeah. This is a big topic, but it's cool.
But yeah, so the inductor is like these loops. It's intentionally, drawn that way as well, because it's actually loops. And when you have a current go through these loops, it creates a magnetic field right through the center.
Mhm.
And then once it has that magnetic field creates an opposing current, which is due to this thing called the Lenz's law.
So the inductor's like an electromagnet.
Yes, it is like an
Sorry?
electromagnet. He says it's like an electromagnet.
Yeah, exactly. That is what an electromagnet.
Yeah.
Alright.
And so once you have this surge of current that you get in the beginning ends up creating an opposing, because nature always wants to create balance.
Yeah.
Right?
Nature,
So whenever you do
nature likes
something,
balanced.
yeah, it's like Newton's third law always applies pretty much. You can think of it like that, right?
Then I get
If
confused
you're
with the whole like nature loves entropy though, right? It's like nature loves balance, but nature also loves chaos. So which one is it
Well,
sometimes?
It's balance in the sense that it always wants to create the most homogeneous.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And
The most
when
modest.
you
Yeah.
have homogeneous, it means you have no interesting things. Like if the entire wall is white, right? Nothing is interesting about it, right?
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
homogeneous. So that's like the so-called balance, I guess I would say. Right?
Okay.
Once you want to create, like when you want to create a change of something between, like there's like hot and cold, let's say, nature is like, oh, I don't like hot and cold. I like
Yeah.
warm.
I like
all of
warm.
it.
I'm a
So
lukewarm. It's like Goldilocks. Like I don't want too big of a bed, too small of a bed. I want it just right.
yeah, exactly. So then once you have the inductor, this inductor pretty much due to this Lenz's law, which because you're creating a magnetic field through it once you're on the current, it ends up opposing that.
Mhm.
And the stronger the change of the magnetic field is, the stronger the opposition is. Which is
Yeah.
why you can see that initially you start with your current being very low, and then as the current slowly grows, then it would have less tendency to want to push.
It's not going to
reach the
resist it. Yeah.
maximum potential. Yeah.
Yeah.
And slowly the resistance of this inductor dies off, and you would reach your. So this is like a horizontal asymptote as well.
Yeah.
And the final.
Because it acts like it's just a straight wire. Is what it does eventually.
Yeah, and then once, yeah, exactly. After a while, it ends up becoming, acting like there's no inductor there. So
Exactly.
it just massive
see it.
changes to that. Which is actually, now here's the thing. So when you turn on the battery, right,
Mhm.
this actually ends up resisting your battery, and you're like, why would I want to do that? Well, sometimes maybe you don't want to super like surge things with a lot of current.
Right.
But it also works the other way. If your battery goes off, or let's say you have
Yes.
electricity and your electricity goes out, instead of shutting off immediately, this kind of also smooths things out. So it immediately
Acts like a filter.
Yeah. So that's also the other way that it works. If you have a high current and then the current cuts out, let's say your current cuts out for like a second and it comes back on, right? instead of your current dropping down to 0 and then going back to, let's say, 100 again.
Yeah.
This makes it smoothly go out. So in that 1 second, it might, instead of 100 going to 0 and then back to 100 again, it might go down from 100 to 95 and
Yeah.
then back to 100. So you don't get that massive change in the current, which is great because if you have that, a lot of the times in your house, you're gonna need something that regulates that, because
Right.
the electricity might go out for a few seconds, or you're using AC, so it's constantly doing that. So you need a regulator.
Smooth. The other thing this works for is what do we call this, like rectifiers and whatnot. So if, for instance, you have a sine wave, like say your current is oscillating and whatnot, and you want it to look more smooth, you can use an inductor to basically like chop off these swings, and then it'll become more or less a DC circuit where it just runs straight. Because yeah, like Ramson said, it works in both ways. You know, if you have a spike of power, it can prevent that spike from happening, and also if you lose power, it can then prevent that loss from being like too big. Yeah, it's yeah, they're used a lot in filters. They use them a lot to like filter signals. Anything that's oscillating, you can get rid of the wiggles by using inductors and capacitors.
Yeah, but yeah, to answer your question about the
complex numbers, yeah.
About the complex numbers, we kind of just went backwards and then came back to it again. Is that when you have any sort of oscillatory behavior, usually it comes from having some kind of a differential equation that gives you some
e to the ix or something.
E to the ix, or
well, even like just the definition of sine, right? Isn't the definition of sine like e to the ix minus e to the negative ix all over like 2I or something? Isn't that what it is?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
One of these. I think, is it the minus or the plus? I forget.
Yeah, it is the minus.
But anyways, yeah. So if you have an electrical signal that's like sine omega, sine of, I think it's sine of xt or something or whatever, you can write this as a sum of e to the with like imaginary exponents, and that's where the imaginary is.
Well, like the easier way of doing that, you can always replace. So you can actually, anytime you have a sine. Even in integrals, you can do this. Or if you have a cosine, you can replace them with just e to the ix.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It's not equal to it, but here's the thing. You know that the real part of it is associated with cosine, and the imaginary part of it is associated with your sine. So you could end up quickly solving two different integrals at the same time, and then the real part of it is the one that is, associated with your cosine. And the imaginary part of it is the one that is associated with your sine. So you don't actually have to like solve it explicitly like this. You can just write it as e to the ix, and then whatever your answer is,
you take the real component or imaginary or whatnot. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, one of them is associated, I think, with like phase, and the other one's associated with like magnitude and stuff. Like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Merriweather. Yeah, Merriweather remark. It says, I've destroyed a fair amount of electronics. Yeah, so this is funny.
Yeah,
let me show a video of this, actually. Because, you guys ever wonder when you get on a plane why they get so mad about batteries and stuff, and how, like, you can't put lithium-ion batteries in any checked bags and whatnot? It's because lithium-ion batteries have a lot of energy stored in them, and if that energy shorts, like, if the positive and negative parts of that battery decide to just, like, come together like very rapidly, you release all that energy very rapidly, and it's a incredibly bad fire. Let me say lithium battery explosion. I'm sure we got something cool here. Yeah, here you go. Here's an example of just anything, dude. Anything that uses lithium batteries. Like if you've seen these scooters and whatnot, these things have an insane amount of energy stored in them. Like here you go. Look at this iPhone. This iPhone is just catching fire. Yeah, and this is probably gonna this person's not gonna have a good time, right? Here, phones, yeah, they just explode. Oh dear. Yeah, that's another example. Lithium-ion batteries have a lot of energy in a very small amount of packaging, and so if that energy shorts out instantly, it will. Yeah, e-bikes are probably huge. Yeah, like this thing here. This thing probably has like 100 kilowatt hours in it. Yeah, there you go. So. Yeah, be careful. Be careful.
Usually when you see bulging in a battery,
yeah, it's bad sign.
That's when you yeah, you want to.
I'm scared. I'm scared. Like, what's this guy gonna do? Is this guy really gonna like light this whole thing on fire? Okay, good. Anyways, yeah, and this whole thing with like the Teslas, right? The cars and whatnot, they have a ton of energy in them, in batteries. And so, if you get into a car accident with an electric car, run, because you know it has the potential to discharge very rapidly, and that would not be good. Okay. I think that was a cool question. Who's that? That was Noise's question?
Hopefully you got some stuff out of it. We talked
Okay.
about like the stuff that we talked about like is usually covered through like an entire course.
Oh yeah.
So-
yeah.
I think I do some of this stuff next year.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. You know, hit us up when you're doing it. I think what was it? Sensation was asking about like inductance heating. I guess that's a different thing, right? That's 'cause he said what was it, like a kettle, like an electric?
It's induction.
It's induction, right? It's induction, not
yeah.
inductor, like something like this. Yeah.
So induction is through like a direct touch.
Yeah.
Conduction is through some kind of a medium that you have between the two things, right? So conduction, like conduction oven, for example, you're heating the air.
Yes.
there.
Like an
And
air
then the
fryer is
air-
like a conduction oven. Or that's actually convection, right? Convection oven. Then we have convection.
Oh, convection. Yeah, wait.
It's a convection oven.
Conduction is not even a word. It's
Yeah, no,
not, right?
we call it convection, I think, as we call it. Like convection oven is
Convection.
using the
Conduction-
air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
convection, induction, and
Radiation.
And radiation. Yeah, please don't cook your food with radiation. I guess
Well,
microwaves is kind of like that.
microwave,
Like
yeah,
microwave does that.
that's
Here we go. Heat transfer method. Okay, so yes, you have convection right through the air, or you have radiation through radiative heat, and then yes, you can have conduction, for instance, through metals. And then I believe like inductive heating, what that does is
through direct touch. Of
well,
a material.
I think I think what you're doing is you're creating currents right within the pan, which then heats up the metal. That's what it does.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have here we go. This is the where's this picture?
Microwave.
Yeah, here you go. You have a coil is what it is. Yeah, exactly. So you have a coil which is creating some sort of like changing magnetic field, and then you have another coil next to it. This is how transformers work too, by the way. This is how you can step down voltages and stuff. But the other coil, and this is also how your wireless charger works. You know, and you guys have like wireless chargers with phones. It's the same thing. It's two coils, and you know they're not actually touching, right? There's plastic in between them. But the changing magnetic field from one of them causes a changing magnetic field in the other coil, which then creates a current. And then that current gets run through whatever, some resistor or the metal in the pan and whatnot, and that creates heat. So that's how you can like, and this is cool because the cool thing about inductive cooking is that the surface is never actually hot. Like the surface of the transmitter coil, that thing doesn't heat up. So it's kind of like a safer form of cooking, I guess, because there's never a hot surface you're touching. I mean, the pan is going to be hot, but you're not going to burn yourself by touching, for instance, the stovetop, except for whatever, like, conductive heat has made it from the pan to the top.
are you talking about the induction oven?
Yeah, the induction stove, like an induction stove.
Okay, yeah,
Like, induction stoves,
Vibration.
induction stove. Yeah, that's what I meant.
yeah, right. They don't get hot, right? I don't think the surfaces get hot. I mean, they get hot because the thing they're heating up gets hot, but, like, it's not like it's not a fire, and it's not a resistive heat, for instance. Yeah. But then as a result, you can only use special cookware. Like only certain types of pans and pots work with an induction cookware. Because there's something with the resistance and whatnot in it that has to be correct, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not the cooking expert. That's Rampton. Rampton. What did we say? Gordon Rampton? I'm down with Gordon Rampton.
Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Rampton. Dave
Hey,
American
I'm back.
Tea. What's up, Hypatia? How's it going?
Yeah, I have to go to the pharmacy first, but yeah. I
Oh,
guess
no.
I'll catch you.
Are they giving you some hopefully some food poisoning pills or something, right? To help you out?
Yeah, they already gave me that on Monday, but they delivered it to another address, and
Oh,
then
dear.
I have to figure that out. And then today I got another medication for the anxiety.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have a fun adventure in the pharmaceutical land. I know how that works. That's always cool. What are the kettles? I'm scarred for life. What the hell are these kettles? Save American tea. Yeah, we don't really drink tea in America. We drink a lot of coffee. What about in Canada, Ramton? Is there a lot of tea drinkers? Do you guys drink a lot of tea?
No, I think
Like religious
It-
in the UK, like you have to drink tea in the afternoon. If you don't, like you're not British.
I'm more of a. I'm not. I think for me, coffee is a morning thing,
Okay.
and then tea is like afternoon or late at night, but like low caffeine. Right. So,
Yeah. I like coffee. I love coffee. But coffee's terrible for anxiety. So that speaks also to things, but
yeah.
Yeah, that's why physicists are anxious all the
yeah,
time.
we're always anxious. That's why we have anxious attachment syndrome too, dude. Uh-oh.
We are anxious sometimes, while you are like keep just watching your accelerator or reactor
Exactly.
anxious all the time.
I say I cause a lot of anxiety for people too, honestly. Like I think some people watch me and they're like, what? Is he gonna fall? Like, is he okay? Canadians are famous for saying AI.
A.
Oh, A.
No.
A. No, it's A.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say it too. I don't think it's an explicitly Canadian thing.
It's like A. I think, yeah, we do joke about it. We say A.
Yeah.
All right, Teacup's
We just say,
back. No, it's A. It's A. You know, like eh.
Orange fella, like
Eh. Teacup says, Teacup, what's up? Are you here? Are you in the... Yeah, I think Teacup is here. So say hi, Teacup. You're eating.
Hello.
Hello, Teacup. What'd you have for dinner? What were you eating?
I had turkey, steak,
Damn.
cocaine.
Wait, is it turkey steak and cocaine?
No, he cut off at cocaine. He did.
I had turkey, mashed potatoes, croissants.
Ooh.
Sounds-
Dude, this sounds
okay.
like Thanksgiving, dude. Yeah, besides the cocaine. But yeah, dude, that's
I mean,
great.
that's explicitly
The
the
immigrant
most
did it.
American thing.
That's the one meal you gotta have at Thanksgiving.
No, dude, you can't eat, dude. Like, kills your appetite. But I like to eat on Thanksgiving. I eat so much food on Thanksgiving. I'm disgusting. It's a great American holiday. We just eat ourselves till we hate ourselves. Okay, but your question though was about how do
It's
game
a
developers
value
use
question.
math to create realistic physics engines and game mechanics? That's cool.
It is the best question.
Good question.
The best question
Do you
see
know?
all day.
Do you know some game engines or physics math game engines? What's up, Nick? Good to see you.
Well, for example thing like baking the light to get like real time lighting and stuff.
So that's called ray tracing. So that's called.
That's
It's called.
technically math.
It is. Yeah, ray tracing.
So, like, I know, like,
Like
I
this
did a
movie.
little bit of. Yeah, go on.
What's up, Teacup? What were you saying, dog? Okay. Ranting, go on. What's up? You were doing a little bit of research about what? About physics engines?
About physics engines, and I was like, okay, what things did they do?
Mhm.
So, there's a lot actually that goes into it. It's just like insane amount of like math that goes into it.
Yeah.
But
A lot of
it
linear
also
algebra.
yeah, exactly. So like a huge part of it is linear algebra.
Mhm.
Like, you know, if you're using vectors are heavily used because for directions and everything.
Yeah.
And
They're
then,
super useful for describing things in 3D, right? And all video games, the good ones at least, are usually like 3D stuff. So we need vectors.
yeah, so that's like a huge thing. And then if you want to optimize things as well, like the information is like sometimes being stored as matrices. So there's a lot of application, a huge amount of linear algebra that goes into it.
Mhm.
Now, a lot of the times, if you have changing vectors, let's say you have acceleration, or if you have things that are multidimensional and they could change, well, that's where calculus comes in, right? So calculus and like vector calculus is like where later on that things that come into it when you want to have like smooth motions,
Yeah.
and you want to like move around. Now, a few other things that could come into it. So, for example, one of the ones that I know is like really interesting is like how you create smooth edges in the game. Is this
Yeah.
thing called the fractal geometry?
Oh,
right?
okay.
So you actually want to break down things into a lot of smooth, into a lot of little flat surfaces. And the more flat surfaces you end up breaking it down to, right, it starts to look like a smooth curve, right? So like you can think of a curve instead of being one thing, it's just a bunch of, lines that are connected to it. Yeah.
Oh,
So
like there's a. Oh, you can talk.
Yeah, there was forgot what it's called, a live stream where Epic Games released Unreal Engine 2 or whatever,
6 or
and
something. I think they're up to 6 now.
Isn't it
yeah,
5?
no, it's
5.
5.1.2.
Are they only up to 5? I thought Unreal was up to
It's
6 right
not
now.
6.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
you're
were
right, 5.
showing.
If it was 5, no, if it was 6, more movies
Oh.
would be using it for movies.
Yeah, okay. All right,
Like I'm
5.
pretty sure some already do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks very pretty,
Right
but
now, I think
go on, Hypatia.
you
What's
go
up?
first.
No, you're good. Go on.
Yeah,
What's
so
up?
I was watching another thing about game engine, like game development. That's called the Unity AI. It's not the AI you play with in game. It's an AI. It's a ChatGPT thing where it's going to replace a lot of the human labor, like in art, technical arts, and
Oh yeah, we talked
programming.
about this earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Being able to generate code and whatnot to do it just with AI.
Yeah, you should all join the waitlist and see if
Yeah, I
anyone
should. I
else
know I should do
we
this.
can all
I
use
should.
it.
Well, should
should.
I take this laptop on vacation?
Yes. Anyways, what Ramton was talking about, guys, is so. For instance, if you have a circle, right?
If it has
One
8, it's
y-
gonna be like
your circle has like
and
an
if you do 10,000.
has like an infinite number of sides. Yeah, exactly. So if you want to create like an arc or something that looks smooth, you need to do it with a bunch of lines or flat surfaces that are all really close to each other. Where else were you going with
There's
that, Ramton?
sorry.
Where else were you going with that? Sorry, with the smooth lines.
Yeah,
stuff?
that's what I was saying. So the thing about fractal geometry is like when you break things down into as many pieces as you can,
Mhm.
and the more you're able to do that, the smoother surfaces that you can create.
Very cool.
So that's the thing. There is like graph theory that goes into it. I know, like I don't know exactly how they use it. If there's fluids in there, there's fluid dynamics. Typically, this is for, what's it called? When you
Simulating
have,
like the water, like the waves in a video game, right?
like in Blender.
and it ends up being actually one of the hardest things to do.
Okay.
Because you can't really program it that well. So a lot of the times, what they do is that they simulate these based on real life events. So if you have an AI that can take an insane amount of already energy stored about like how water moves,
Mhm.
then what you can do is you can have that AI take control of it, right?
And it can
Because-
predict it. It can predict it, right?
Yeah, like at some point maybe we'll talk about it, but like the motion of fluids is pretty much through is dictated by the formula called the why am I blanking?
The Vlasov equation.
No, it's one of the millennial questions as well. Hi, Bishop, what's the
Navier-Stokes.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Poisson.
You don't use Navier-Stokes.
Oh, Navier-Stokes. Navier-Stokes. Yeah, Navier-Stokes.
Yeah.
I can show you how in game engines we simulate like the like water, like I can just show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we don't use that because it's dictated by the Navier-Stokes equation, and it's insanely hard to work with it. So, and if you were to do that, you need a lot of computing power.
Yeah,
Just
it's
Right.
computational expensive, and right now our method is already very I think computational expensive. Like you have to write it on your GPU using a specific kind of language, fragment and vertex shaders, all of those things.
Very pretty.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what those are, but yeah, like you don't want to like actually have your computer solve equations as you're looking, because it's just going to be like an insane amount of calculation.
Same amount of processing, yeah. So you need like some approximations that you can just.
So I think they use AI. I don't know. Maybe Hypatia might be able to.
That's
I
cool.
can show you one implementation in Unity that.
Yeah.
Here, I just googled it on GitHub. If you have Unity, you probably can just import it.
Well, I don't have Unity.
shit.
What's it called?
It's
What's it
4
called?
years ago. I don't think this can work in the current versions now, but
Yeah.
yeah, basically, like you have to. There are some papers in that GitHub. I don't really know how the details of that works, but I can go over the source code and tell you that later.
I imagine this one must be something with. So here's like Unity's water like system or something. Apparently, this must be using some sort of AI. Oh, look how pretty it
Oh,
looks.
It's the HDRP. That's the new render pipeline.
Yeah,
That's-
HDRP. Yeah, look at this. Wow.
Unity has 3 render pipelines. That is kind of confusing, I think.
That's cool. It has like waves and stuff, dude. Wow, this is dope. Ooh, pretty. That's cool.
Gold.
What's up, dog?
Remember, you said you're gonna contact
This is sick.
one of the Epic employees or something.
Yeah. One of the guys at Fortnite. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you?
I did. I need to like follow up with that guy. Yeah, he's cool. His name's Steven Isaacs is his name. He's part of the they use a lot of Fortnite for what is it, the creative mode or something? To teach how to like
Yeah.
code and whatnot. He has a whole Discord he invited me
Yeah.
to. I need to go see it. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Thank you for reminding me. I do need to do that. It's on my list of things.
And when you get the chance, send me the Discord as well.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'll
If
send it to
you're
you.
allowed to.
No, of course. Yeah, no, I'll send it to you. You're good.
Thank you a lot.
You're welcome. He's talking about, so way back in January, I gave a pitch about this whole thing at a education conference in New Orleans, and one of the guys there, his name is Steven Isaacs. He's the head of I think he's the head of like education stuff at Fortnite. Or here you go. Yeah, this guy. He's a very, very cool guy. Education program manager. Yes. So he uses a lot of like Fortnite creative mode in order to teach kids how to program and how to like set up, teaching things with Fortnite. And I connected with him and whatnot. I need to follow up with him, but yeah, he's a cool guy. Super cool. He gives lots
I
of.
got the code if you want to look at it. So like it consists of 2 parts. One is called a vertex shader, and one is called the fragment shader. I
Okay.
think vertex is about how you.
Where'd you post it?
Yeah, in the chat.
The chat.
in the
Cool.
office
Thanks.
hour
Thanks.
chat.
I see
The
it.
latest link.
Got it. Or the latest link. Okay, so this one. Sorry. Oh Jesus. There's a lot of code.
Like, it's a specific, very optimized way that you pass to your GPU that just basically parallelize the process all the. I don't know what vertex. I think vertex might be just a vertex in the mesh. Like,
Okay.
a mesh is a like the
Like a-
the
like a surface.
outside of the surface of a 3D model.
Right.
Like fragment,
Surface of the water.
I don't know. Fragment is how the light reflects or something. It's how
Mhm.
let me see. Process a fragment generated by rasterization. Yeah, so rasterization is making a abstract analytical 3D scene into the pixels you have on screen. That's
Okay.
something came like that less preferred than ray tracing, I think.
I see.
Rasterization. Like,
Yeah, if you guys ever want to know where all this math and science stuff comes into play, you can do this. And even code, there's a lot of like computer science and whatnot. If you want to work for a video game company, this is the type of stuff that you can do. You can work on this.
this kind of career, it's usually called like technical artist, I think.
Okay.
Like you technical artist. So let me see.
You're a technical artist. Yeah, because you're making art with a bunch of like code and words. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, like you have to.
Guys, want to see what a
almost-
technical artist salary is? Look at that, dude. What average is 150K? Yeah,
What the hell?
that's dope.
Wait, how do you even do it?
Like,
Just
you
start
can
learning how to code, man.
understand
This is
computer graphics, like
Yeah.
the CG, computer graphics, and
Computer
I
graphics and
want
whatnot.
to learn how to code, but I don't know where.
Okay.
Where do you learn?
Code Academy is a good one. if you
Code
wanna
Academy is
check
very
it.
good. Yeah. Is it free?
No, but I think they go on sale for a lot, and I think they have student discounts.
You know, I actually had a woman that I met at that education conference that had a whole coding thing. I should hit her up and see if maybe we can do like a free trial here with
Hell yeah.
or just get like some free licenses. Yeah, I forget. It was pretty cool. Oh man, I had so many connections from that whole January thing. Yeah, I need to like follow up with those people. But yeah, coding super useful. Learn how to just code one
Ooh.
language, and then you'll know how to code any other language. Like they come pretty easily. And then yeah, this is the upside. I know you guys can't like probably fathom this like right now. You can't fathom what like $150,000 is, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
It will change your life. And if you want that, this is why it's important to do well in your classes. It's important to do math. Important to do, physics is a lot involved with this, and all this stuff comes together to get you a nice, fun, cushy job that you'll buy a Porsche with.
Imagine monthly pay 13K.
I mean, that's also pre-tax. The government's gonna take like
Yeah.
a quarter of
That's
that
the
at least.
low end. Like these kind of technical and people.
Yeah, some of these are like 200, 300K.
$500,000 a year or something.
Yeah, you can get up there.
And if you are into the finance thing,
Don't go to don't go to the dark side. Don't go to fintech, please. No. At least with this, you're creating something. You're creating a video game. You're creating like a tool for like people to like create art and whatnot. I get really about the people that go into finance, because then literally all you're doing is rubbing pennies together and making rich people richer. Like I don't know. You're not really helping the world out very much. You're actually like screwing the world. What you're doing.
Yeah, they still are really brilliant people from
They do.
mathematics away into whatever.
They lure them with the money, dude. They're like, yo, 400K. Think about how much fun you can have.
It's also like, to be honest though, like I kind of see like why some people go into it. Unfortunately, this is kind of like a self-perpetuating effect that people go. So like quantitative analysis, right? Is just what you're
Mhm.
saying. It's based north of 200K easily.
Easily, yeah.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
This is
I
a
knew a
little
guy that
We call them
he was saying
quants.
quant. So he actually got a PhD
Mhm.
in real analysis.
Oh,
right?
okay.
In or not real analysis, technically in functional analysis.
Functional analysis. Okay.
And then so he was like, oh well, I would have made peanuts. I would have made 50, 60K a year at best. And that's if I have to like extend my hand for everyone to like help me out to make to like give me enough.
You mean
money
as
for-
a postdoc? You mean as someone who like stayed in academia? Yeah, probably get like 60K.
and there's not a lot of research that you can like groundbreaking research that you could go to for like functional analysis, right?
Right.
And he doesn't even use that knowledge. Like 90% of his knowledge that he has is like not even useful in quantitative analysis. But he was like, when he got there, he had a hard time finding a job, and
Yeah.
he couldn't get paid. And then he went into quant, as you would say. He's
Yeah.
making 250, 260K.
Mhm.
So and it kind of makes sense because like even in one of my friends, he's in Stanford. He got his PhD when he was like 21, 22. And, he's like a postdoc. He's like a legitly very smart guy. And then, but now he's like, oh, I don't want to go into academia anymore because I'm not getting paid. But I mean, he's not going to the dark side. He still wants to go into like industry related, like
Okay.
physics research.
Okay.
But I'm saying like for math, it becomes that much harder because physics, at least you have some kind of like
You have some
real world-
application jobs you can do. Like a lot of almost everyone in my plasma physics lab, if they didn't go to try to be a postdoc and a wage slave, they went to a company called Applied, is what it was. Which I think they do a lot of like semiconductor and like plasma processing is what it is. So there's a lot of applications within a physics degree that you're still, advancing the field in some sort of way, but you're doing it more for, a company.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that's why I say like it's kind of hard to look down on those people where like they sold their soul
Yeah.
because it's like
Unless it's finance, then you really sold your soul.
No, it's not they sold their soul. It's that like I'm not mad at them. I wish them the very best luck. I wish them once they get rich, they return to like mathematics.
They always say that. They
or
say like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go make money and then I'll
anything like
donate. I'll donate to the postdocs
I'm
afterwards."
mad
They
at
never
the,
do.
like I'm mad at those firms taking our
yeah.
the
Hedge
best
funds.
of our
Hedge
best
funds,
of
dude.
what we
Well, this is
got.
actually cheap for a hedge
I feel,
fund.
I feel like if Hypatia was in the same room with Jim Simon.
Yes, dude. Jim Simons is but he at least is a nice guy. He at least donates a lot.
Yeah, I mean, he apparently donated a lot of money, and he like I've seen his videos.
Does he have a
but,
Nobel Prize? He doesn't have a Nobel Prize?
No, he's in math, so he can't win Nobel.
Oh, okay. Whoa. What's the story about that again? It's someone cheated on someone or something? Why is there no Nobel Prize in mathematics?
What?
No, because Nobel Prize
I
has
think
to.
Nobel just hates mathematics.
I think he
right?
hates mathematics because his wife cheated on him with a mathematician.
Oh,
No way, bro.
Yeah, dude.
What?
Nobel. Yeah, and he said, "Fuck that. There's no Nobel Prize in math." You guys don't know that?
no,
Oh.
because I thought the reason.
Oh, I thought it was his wife cheated or something, dude. I thought it was.
Was never married? What?
I thought the actual reason is that people said that
Oh, here we go.
Nobel Prize for like things that have real effects on the world, and then like math doesn't have any effect on the world. That's why. 'Cause
How?
Okay.
that's why
Okay.
theoretical physics also doesn't have you don't get Nobel Prize for theoretical physics unless there is an experiment that proves whatever. It kind of makes sense, I guess, theoretical physics because you're just making stuff up. But like, you could have a consistent theory, for example, like string theory, but as long as it's not provable, you can't win anything unless it's like
I mean, we do have like some so people like propose these like crazy high level physics theories and then they get proven to be true experimentally, right? 30, 40 years later, and then they give it back to the original like theoretical physicist. That's when it usually happens.
There's the fundamental physics prize that is there. There is the MacArthur Genius Grant.
Yeah,
There
MacArthur
is-
Awards.
There is
Able.
Able.
Ian Young has one.
Oh, he does? Stephen Young has
Abel,
one?
it's Abel, it's a mathematician. It's a mathematics one. Abel Prize is a mathematics one, but I think Ian Young probably has one.
Here, highest prize in mathematics. What do we got? Oh, the Fields Medal. Yes.
Yeah, that's the fields.
Yeah, the Fields Medal's a big one.
But I still think the Fields Medal is like you have to be really smart, really young, because it's only given to people below the age of 40.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Under the age of 40.
Yeah, but there are people who got it around age of me, like Peter
Like 23,
Souza.
24 or something? That's nuts, dude.
Yeah, you can search their name.
Wait, you're 23, 24?
I think it's like
I'm
23, 24.
21.
Oh, 21.
You're
There we go.
20.
There we go.
I'm fine.
I am 5. I'm 33.
You were older.
Yeah, Hypatia sounds like someone much older because they're very smart. Yeah.
Yeah, you
It
grow
sounds
up
like
in China. You and
It's the
you
same
are
reason I feel
basically-
like Noise is a lot older than Noise is, but also because Noise has that like deep British accent. Like, yeah, I never actually know Noise. Like
I
Noise.
always
You guys sound like 50-year-olds.
Whenever I see someone smarter than me, younger, I wish them the best, but at the same time, I wish I was smarter.
So, yeah,
It's
you can search Peter Schulze here. You should read about Peter Schulze.
This guy, Peter Schulze?
Yeah.
Okay, he's 35 now.
They were
When did
awarded the medal 24. Yeah.
24?
Sorry, 23. I think it's not 20.
He obtained his PhD in 2012. Okay, so he was 15.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, 25. He was
What?
right. He was 25 when he got his PhD. Then. Yeah. Oh wow,
Like-
that's cool.
This person is the. I don't know.
At 30 years old, he was 30 when he got the Fields Medal.
Oh really?
Transforming arithmetic algebraic geometry over p-acid fields.
P-Attic.
Like
P-attic? Oh,
they-
sorry, I read acid. And mainly because this looks like acid. Okay. P-attic, ring theory. Oh, this is cool.
Like this thing one day may like these theories might one day lead us to the Riemann hypothesis.
This is far out. This goes
And
down a
also
rabbit hole.
Completion of Langlands program or something like that.
That's cool. Max Planck Institute. That's a cool one. Yeah, MPG. Yeah.
I had the best question for you.
Well, we still have more questions. All right, cool. That's all right. Let's good question, Teacup. Let's go to Jamarcus's question. Let's see, what's Jamarcus asking? Jamarcus says, we got 2 questions. I kind of like these. What is humanity's biggest flaw? Ooh. What is humanity's biggest flaw?
Oh, I saw
Being born.
you talked about it yesterday, and then it showed up on my feed. I saw the NPC thing.
Yes, the NPC,
Bro, for
the
real.
Pinky doll.
Oh God,
Yeah.
it was painful. I wanted to like blow
What
my
are they-
brains out.
You're gonna blow your brains
I
out,
wanted
dude.
to kill myself.
Let's watch more Pinky Doll. What is she up to lately, dude? Is she live actually? I will sometimes just like go check TikTok and like she is live. I'm just like, what?
Hmm.
To see the money that people like give this chick, dude. What? But she spawned like, oh, she is live. Do you guys want to watch it? It's kind of fun.
No, let's not turn this stream. I'm gonna leave.
Balloon.
And don't get copyrighted.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah,
thank you,
don't-
baby. You
just
get
close
me
it.
over.
Just
I can't because I have an ad. God damn it, bro. Come on, really? I just missed absolutely everything, bro.
If you want, you can go look her up, Pinky Doll. If you want to go see what human society has like degraded to at this point, please, I guess.
Wait, wait,
Okay.
what?
So humanity's biggest flaw. Okay.
Agreed, 100%.
I know greed can be good sometimes though. You know.
consider the one thing as being the flaw. Because
Their intelligence.
I like how ABC News and everybody's freaking making what is it called, articles on her, bro. What the hell?
Oh yeah, dude.
True.
This is actually kind of a funny phenomenon. Like if something is so dumb it's good, then you start like reporting on how dumb it is, and you just enforce it even more. And
What are we talking about?
he's talking about the NPCs.
I think TikTok is like just there to dumb American.
I guess that explains it. I don't have TikTok.
They do show right. This is the whole thing, right? The Chinese government shows a different side of videos to their citizens than we do in the U.S. Like they tailor TikTok apparently to like feature more smart and intelligent, conducive TikToks, but in the U.S. they just send us like the dumbest fucking shit for us to.
Mm.
It's seen as like a Chinese psyop or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm trying to use it to like piggyback and teach you guys math and science. That's what I do.
Yeah. My goal in life is to do something like worthy enough. Like I always feel sad because I feel like I haven't published anything. And I'm
No, dude, don't worry about that, dude. No.
But
I like-
yeah, like my thing was like I don't care even if I'm like 70 or 80. I'm always gonna like try to achieve something and like try to make things better for other people.
Nice. I think
That's-
you already do that. Like, you know, you just have to
I
look, like think about all the kids you've taught and like the, you know, the knowledge you like give to people here. You're already changing lives. You already do it.
Okay. Well, I hope so. I really do.
You do. You know, I think about this sometimes, you know, all the people in our Discord, all the viewers and whatnot. And I think, I used to think this a lot of times when I would walk down the street, because I wear like ridiculous clothing and whatnot. And I would see like a 5-year-old or something just like staring at me. And I'm just like, I have affected the trajectory of this child in somehow. You know, like they're just like, what the hell?
Wait, you actually wear that on the street?
I
Like,
do.
what
No,
you are
I wear this
wearing?
everywhere, dude. Yeah, people always ask me, they're like, yo, is this like an outfit or a costume? I'm like, no, dude. Like, I go to Costco like this. Like, what?
I go to Costco like this.
I
bro.
do. Yeah, you guys want to see me at Costco? Here, I'll show you some pictures at Costco. Let me see if I got something on here.
Show them your grocery list. Like.
Oh no,
Yeah,
dude,
bro.
that's so bad. That grocery.
I
list.
had to like roast you for how much. Like buy Whole Foods for the love of God. You're gonna like destroy.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
pretty
bro.
bad. That was pretty bad. That was pretty bad.
Canned chicken. That was.
Dude,
I
it's
was
so good with the
very-
dip, dude. Don't shit on the canned chicken, dude. The canned chicken's great.
That was so bad.
Oh,
It's
bro.
so good,
Oh,
dude. It's so good.
So much preservatives and everything.
Yeah, I know it's probably not the best stuff for you. Anyways,
1 hour.
but yeah, so yeah, you already influence a lot of people. Doing it on a grander scale is always nice. You know, my goal for the Discord here, like I said earlier this year, is like I wanted us to get to 10,000 students. You know, we're at 1,200 now. I always like to like try to 10x things, because then that's more influence. You're changing more lives. Some of these students here, you know, Nick, for instance, or even Grim or whatnot, you guys have been around for like 2 years, like 3 years. If I think of it like percentage-wise, based on the amount of life that you've lived is memorable, because no one fucking remembers anything before the age of 5. You know, that's like
For real.
20% of your life. Like 20% of your like memorable life has been involved in this community, and you know, hopefully been a benefit for you. You know, you guys know more math and stuff at
To be
least.
honest, I have no clue what the hell I was doing before I met you.
Wow, dude. There you go. See, exactly. See, Ramton?
No freaking clue what I was sitting and doing, bro.
Yeah.
All by myself, bro.
Yeah. And then,
Oh,
yeah, cool.
no.
You found this community. You know, we help you out with math and
Yeah.
science, and your life is better. There you go. Bingo. Done, Ramton.
I'm
See?
grateful.
You can die
Staying
happy
away
now.
from toxicity of-
Yeah, for real.
What's up, Ramton? What'd you say?
I was saying like also staying away from like the toxicity is also another goal. Like we're
Oh,
trying
okay.
to like make sure that like even if you, it doesn't matter if you become a mathematician or physicist. That's not the goal. The goal is to understand the use of these things, understand how to like think, and
Mhm.
like even if you want to become like a art designer for something, right? It's gonna have like a better way of thinking so that you can have like more intuition. Like
Yeah.
that, I think that's the ultimate goal. Because like we don't want everyone to be mathematician or physicist, but we want everyone to know what's out there, like know what to think, and to also say something about like the fact that you said this has only been 2 years.
Yeah.
And like to reach the 10,000, that's a great goal. But I'm also saying this. Let's say someone like 3 Blue 1 Brown or Veritasium, because like they're the two biggest like YouTubers I know.
Yep.
They've been around for like 12 years, maybe longer.
Oh, yeah. 10
So
years
like
sometimes.
for the first 2-3 years, like go back to the first videos that they've had on YouTube, how like they started. It was bad. It's
So bad.
and
Also,
thing
the
is, like,
technology wasn't there, right, for it to be good. You know.
yeah, but I think
lot of
the
help.
consistency is like what we're just saying. Like I'm glad that they like stuck around and they didn't like
Don't
have that.
quit.
And I think that's the one thing that I need to tell myself is like, everything doesn't need to be perfect from the get-go. Like it's just an improvement. Like when we started, even during the sessions, we are talking about stuff and we're figuring out like, oh, what's a better way of like approaching to the kids
Mhm.
using these resources and everything.
Yeah.
And I feel like even though it's been 2 years, once we hit like 10K, it's gonna be like it's like a exponential effect, right? Because
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, it's a pyramid. Yeah, it's a huge pyramid. Yeah, for sure. And like honestly, I could let it explode right now. I just again, I don't have the finances to let it happen. I like some people ask me like, why don't you like advertise the server more? I'm like, I don't want to because I need to get certain other ducks lined up in a row before I let it get much bigger.
Yeah, I think everything needs to be aligned together as well. Right?
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna pay everyone to be here and
Yeah.
then you're here that you're not able to entertain, you're eventually gonna lose the audience.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
why waste your time and money and their time and whatever?
Mhm.
Right? Like
Yeah.
taking its natural course. Because once we get at a point where you're doing better, the money will automatically come on its own. So like it's just self-perpetuating.
Just gotta keep trying. Gotta keep pushing. That's what it is. Yeah. And this is a big.
Someone-
What's up, Hypatia?
I guess one thing we can try is that you remember last time Noise sent out a short video, like a 1-minute one made with Manin.
Yeah.
Like we can do that too. So in the future,
Yeah, they give like $500
maybe
for like a prizer. Yeah, that's decent. Yeah, we were talking about that, like coming up with a topic or something to do.
Yeah, like next time when you want to make a short video, just call me. I can spend a day working out the animation.
Yeah, all the
and then
animation stuff.
you can voice it.
I'm happy to be a
That's-
voiceover. Always a voiceover
Yeah,
guy.
the AI voice is terrible.
No,
and
it's
then
terrible.
we can
No.
do something.
Oh, I found the photo
Someone
of
requested to
Video.
speak.
I did make a YouTube video.
found the
that,
video of me
like,
at
I didn't-
Costco.
but, like,
You guys wanna
that's
see?
that's a,
If you guys want to see me at
the
Costco,
real-
that's how I go out at
Flip-flop.
Costco.
yeah.
Am I wearing?
That's
Oh, I am
crazy.
wearing gold flip flops. Yeah.
Bro, how? Isn't it like cold or like whatever?
No, dude, LA's beautiful like every day of the year.
Flip flops are very uncomfortable outside.
What were you saying? Someone asked something. What someone said something?
Yeah, someone requested to speak.
Oh, who is it?
The-
Oh yeah, bring Sensation up here. Come up here, Sensation, dude. Love you, Sensation, dude.
Black.
We like Sensation, dude. He's cool.
Sensation Black.
Sensation Black.
Hey up, Gadget, how's Ian there?
Hey, guys, how is it, hey, mate? Fancy a pint?
Oh, bro.
Dude, there was something on Instagram. What was it? They have something called like it's something where they say like, why are you still single in LA? And they brought on some like 40-year-old like British guy, and he's like, they're like, what do you think is your main like selling point? Is like, oh, the girls here love my British accent. It's just it's
Yeah.
done. Yeah. Oh, it's a good one.
I'm just coming as out.
Yeah. What's up? What's up, Sensation?
I said I'm just coming as out.
Coming is out. See, I didn't even know what that means.
There's actually nothing in English.
Out means nothing. Oh, interesting. No, I didn't know
Oh,
that.
Apostrophe OWT.
OWT. Oh, okay. Is nothing. Oh wow. Yeah, I don't know that one.
Out or no? Even I'm not sure now.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Have you seen? There's this video apparently of like this guy going through Wales and like speaking Welsh, and to me it's like it's not even English. I'm like, what?
it's not English though.
Yeah, right. But it's in England.
No, Wales is not in England. Wales is a separate country.
Oh, is it? Oh man,
The
that's
one
much
that
I know.
the one if you're thinking it's hard to understand, it's the Scouse accent.
The what
which
action?
Scouse is from Liverpool.
Scouse accent. Oh, scary.
It's great.
Okay,
love
let's
it.
watch it. Let's watch it, dude. I'm curious, dude. Oh, I really need. I need to pay
They
the
just have
$13 for.
hair in there. They just like go fucking.
Hey, taking the piss,
Another
like.
episode in our accent
Like-
discovery series.
Dude.
Oh, no,
Because they use differences in pronunciation.
No, yeah,
for
Wait, can I just hear some stuff?
and a
I
standard
just want to hear some
British
stuff, dude.
English
Where's
accent.
this?
The first thing
No,
we
no, no.
have
You're not looking at the right person.
Here we go. Here, local
Huh?
students.
Alright, lad. One you'll hear a lot is if you talk about the police, people say the busies.
I don't-
You'll
The
hear that a lot.
busies?
They'll go, oh yes, ring your
No
busies, or the
fun,
busies
bro.
are coming. If it's food, it's scram.
Scran for dinner, people say that.
Just scran just sounds funny, innit?
Scran?
It's a weird word. Scran, go for scran. I go now, yeah,
What the
scran.
hell?
That seems a bit like a.
Here we go. Scouse drunk avoids being arrested in Las Vegas. This has got to be good. Scouse it off.
What the hell?
Huh? You got some beef? You got some beef? Yeah.
Gold.
No, we're just trying to make sure you're okay. I've been through a lot of parking lots. Hey, where you from? Hey,
What's up?
Wake up.
from a place called.
What's up?
Are you okay?
Skills.
What are you guys saying?
Wait,
Oh,
you have to-
you got a video. Oh, you got a video for me, dude. Okay, here, I'll watch this.
You wanna see the?
I said
No,
it
no, no.
last time I was on it. It's the best
Oh,
way
this
to
is
play
this
it.
is so good.
I don't know why people. Why are you laughing for? What, Chris? Why are you laughing for? Why are you laughing for? I'm being serious. I'm being serious. No, you see, I'm talking facts here. I don't do if, buts, and maybes. I do absolute. What I'm trying to say, he's the best football player in the world. He's boss.
He's quality. Oh, there's too many.
I don't wanna listen to that.
Okay, Google on YouTube.
Yep.
This is like.
Like I'm hearing myself so many times. I think it's on your side, Ramton. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sorry.
YouTube. What am I putting in YouTube?
YouTube. Yeah. Darren Till interview. That's the guy.
Darren Tell interview.
TIL.
Okay.
Post fight interview.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen,
let's watch
after
this.
5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the
He's gonna
contest.
say something.
It's so annoying when somebody interviews you and then starts laughing at you.
You brought the octagon to Liverpool. These people are here for you.
What does it feel like to get that victory on your win column?
Get in! Yes!
It was a very strategic fight. Did you expect it to go the distance? Did you think it was going to be like that all the way through?
I did, yeah. I played games. I know Stephen thinks I'm an aggressive fighter. I am, but I'm a very calm and collected aggressive fight. So
Bro, looks like
I
he's
knew
about
with
to eat the
Stephen,
mic.
I didn't even throw my left hand off because he's so good at moving in, moving out.
Bro's
Gotta be
dehydrated.
aware of his kick. So
Bro's
I thought,
spitting raps,
if I
bro. I
land,
don't
I'll
even
finish him.
hear
But
him.
I'm gonna show him that my Muay Thai is just as good as Kati. But he is an
Dude, this accent is so much.
In all my life of fighting,
Bro
right
looks
down.
like a gangster rapper,
Fighting since I
bro.
was 13.
I think
I've
you
never
can't
Hey,
really hear it on Discord.
We
Oh, you can't hear
on
on-
Discord. We can't hear a single thing.
Oh,
It
yeah.
looks like he's rapping, bro.
Oh well, yeah. On the Twitch, yeah, he sounds like he's rapping. Yeah, it actually does sound like that. Pretty funny.
Yeah, like
Really? That's
Yeah,
funny.
that's good.
Get that man some water.
Yeah,
Hit that man with that water, bro.
yeah. Nice. Okay. Here, let's go through. Well, let's get. I want to get through everyone's questions today.
He looks like he hasn't drank water in many, many years.
Jamarcus is saying, "What's
Drinking water many years.
what level of math and physics knowledge do game developers need in order to create realistic gameplay?" Okay, that's cool. I think linear algebra is probably a good one, right, to know up to, right?
Yeah, I know. Actually, for like, if you want to get into basic programming, you actually probably don't need that much. Like you don't need to know higher level math, unless you're working on like graphics or something. Which I said, like, it might be fractal geometry. I don't know how much, but like I know, like linear algebra, calculus, algebra, like those are the main things you need to know, honestly. So and then there's a good, like, you might have to. It also depends on which area of the gaming development you're actually like working on. So
Yeah.
I think that also depends on that. But like I think those three, I guess, like just basic algebra, linear algebra, and calculus, like you need to know those at least. But then other than that, it depends on like which area of it you're going to.
Yeah, I think
So
you
it's-
just a bachelor's degree in like college, I think, is what you need in order just to get involved in a lot of these jobs. You don't need to have like a special like master's or something.
Yeah. I mean, bachelor's is like like a bachelor of computer science, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
even like
I
a
mean-
bachelor's in math, I think you're probably fine.
Yeah, like yeah, honestly, if you do some projects, I think it should be fun. But I
Yes.
don't know exactly. It's probably better to like ask like a software developer or something.
Yeah. You know what I was thinking actually about? I was thinking, I see all these personalities, right, on TikTok in different fields and whatnot. And I was thinking, what if I got them on the podcast here? What if we got them to like join and just like talk about their stuff? And for instance, have like, Thursday, this week's AMA, we're bringing on an astrophysicist. So ask all your astrophysics questions away. And then we just kind of like sit back and just let the guy like go at it, moderate it a little.
That would be.
Right?
We could also have like a set of questions that like we can tell people like, okay, this is a deadline. Ask your questions.
Yeah.
And then we can send them the questions. So when they come in,
Oh, he's
here,
prepped. He's prepped and whatnot. Yeah.
prepped, and like they have like a week or something to prep for everything. So like,
Yeah. I got to figure out on the technical side how I bring another person on the stream. I got to figure that out.
Mm.
'Cause remember we tried it the other time and it just completely crashed the stream. So like I have to figure it out.
I think Twitch has a function that you can.
They
use
probably
where
do
they-
within their own thing, but I got to figure out how to do it within OBS. Like within probably the Twitch streaming software, yeah, they probably have something. I think usually what it is like
Maybe-
I just get them in the Discord and then I screen capture the Discord of them. They're like their Discord.
Maybe have them stream and you stream at the same time.
Yeah, I'll look
I
into
don't
it.
know.
Anyways, yeah, no, I was thinking about the other day because I was going through like there's some big TikToks and whatnot with people basically answering the same questions that we do, and I'm like, oh, that'd be cool it'd be a good growth hack, right? Because then you get their audience also coming on the stream as well.
yeah, that's very
And
true.
people love a platform just to talk. If I say I got 10, 15 kids who will listen to you here, like yeah, they'll do it. Cool. Maybe I'll do that for. Yeah, there's so many things. So many things. This is where I need to clone myself, honestly.
Yeah, I can also ask.
Versus Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Yeah. What were you say, Rampton? You could ask who?
I can ask some of the people I know as well.
Yeah. I think maybe we start with someone who's like not, super influential yet, but like has some knowledge on something, and they can start talking about things. Yeah. And then we build it up. I'm down. Yeah. Get some names. Dior asks, what does math and science advance to develop new and modern graphics to keep up with gaming nowadays? Okay. Keep up with gaming. Yeah, that's kind of an open-ended question because, I mean, there's a lot in gaming, right? I think probably one of the biggest things that gaming is turning into, right, is this whole VR stuff. I think that's the evolution of gaming. Yes, the Vision Pros are cool. Did you see, however, Facebook is killing off their Oculus Quest Pro? They're killing it off completely.
Why?
I think because they're gonna focus on cheaper ones. Oculus Quest Pro. Yeah, here.
How much was
Yeah, how much was it actually? Yeah.
Looks sick.
Let me see. Oculus Quest Pro price. 1,000. Yeah, it was 1,000. Well, that's the price drop. I mean, I think it was 1,600 when it first came out, and then they dropped to 1,000, and now it was 1,500. They dropped it to 1,000, and now they're just like, oh, we're just killing it off. I think what's happening is they're noticing the pressure in the the expensive headset market is basically going to go to Apple because that's what Apple does. Like, they wait for everyone else to do shit, and then they just come in with, like, the best product that's the most expensive, and then you can't compete.
For like $3,500 for no reason.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, sell your kidney and buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're not gonna work on the Quest Pro 2, so they're gonna focus on the Meta Quest 3, which is the more affordable one. It's like $300 or $400, and I think that's where they should honestly stay in their lane because like most of their games are like fun little kidsy things and whatnot. How much is that Apple? Can you even buy one? Like, could I go buy one if I wanted to?
I mean,
how do I get one? Like, where's the buy button? Okay, all right, whatever.
I think it will release next year. Some.
Oh, next year. Oh, they're just like showing it. Okay, all right, that's cool. They always have very cool websites, dude.
And that people are gonna line up for this.
Yeah.
And there is gonna be, I already see it. Like, influencers are gonna buy this. And then they're gonna
not a lot. Because some don't like it as much.
Yeah.
But they do.
$3,500. Jesus Christ.
$3,500.
Oh my God,
that's also
dude.
pre-tax, by the way.
There's a video of auditoriums type thing where they revealed the price and the whole entire place was like no. They were like, holy shit.
They're like, no, dog. Chill.
Video, I think it is.
This one?
I'm not 100%.
Introducing Apple Vision Pro. Starts at $34.99. Introducing Apple Vision.
That's too funny.
Yeah, bro, this is a good one. Bro.
That's too funny.
I think HoloLens was more expensive. The Microsoft one.
The Microsoft. What was it called?
HoloLens.
HoloLens. Yes. But they've had this, but I think they had military funding for this too. They had DoD funding for it. Yeah. Wow. Here we go. Yeah. HoloLens 3,500. The industrial edition. What does it come with? The hazmat suit?
What the hell?
Dude, what? And then this is the Trimble XR10.
I don't understand. Like, what are the uses? Like, are you gonna wear that and then go to the lab and then not know what you're touching?
I don't know. Let's just go buy it, dude. Let's go buy it.
No, in the future, it's gonna be our new hazmat.
Someone want to we can get 7% cash back. Someone want to hand me a credit card? We can buy this thing. Yeah.
7%?
I got a notification that there's cash back on it. 7%.
Wait, did you say 7%? That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is more AR, right? This is not VR, I think, right? I see.
That one can also do VR because.
Oh, can it?
Like,
okay.
It somehow feed the camera into the screen.
I will say this looks better than like the scuba mask thing that the Vision Pro looks like, but Healthcare providers, dude. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, you know, all this is like nice and cool in maybe an ideal world, but like we gotta knock a couple zeros off this. You know, like maybe at least one. Gotta knock 1 0 off it.
I mean, at least one.
But yeah, I think that is gonna be the next thing with video games. Well, yes and no, because I don't know. I think we do it. We're moving towards becoming more and more of like locking ourselves in a closet and being connected virtually, but being disconnected like in real life, right?
Yeah, socially.
You know, if we
it's Wall-E.
It's Wall-E. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, I mean, Wall-E. Yeah. Oh, you know what this is called? Actually, there's a term for this. It's called fubbing. You know what fubbing is?
Nope.
Okay. What is it? Fubbing and marriage. Okay. There was I saw it. Yeah. Study finds fubbing could be damaging marriages. So fubbing is when two people are in the presence of each other, but they're on their phones. So they're like snubbing you in person by being on your phone talking to somebody else.
See, that came up in this country as well, but we figured out quite quickly that it's a class problem.
It's a class problem. What do you mean it's a class problem?
So people at the lower socioeconomic end of the scale tend to play with their phones whilst they're married and kind of ignore each other and don't raise their children and shit like that.
Oh no!
But on the other end of the scale, you end up with people with lots of money who basically don't use phones at all.
Oh really?
The marriages last, yeah. So.
Oh wow! So they say money can't buy you happiness. Apparently it can. You know.
Well, money can office hours. It's on the video.
All right, cool. I'll see
I found it.
Well, there's a documentary on Netflix called Social Dilemma for whoever haven't watched it.
Okay.
Definitely recommend. I watched it when it came out, which is like ironic because I recently was like, you know what, I need to put my phone down, so I started like reading.
Yeah.
Because I realized like if I'm on my computer, I cannot be.
Oh, I think I heard about this. Yeah. It's how like mental health is going down. Teens are killing each other, and yeah, all these companies are just being able to like make it addictive to be on your phone.
And the thing is, like, this is by like real employees of like, you know, Apple, Google, like, Facebook. It takes an entire team to develop like a like button, right? So they try to figure out what is the best way, like the notification sound, the pop-up.
They track the eye movement. They're like, where are their eyes going? Where do their eyes look? Yeah. We need to put something there.
Exactly. So it's an insane amount of you know, engagement that they try to get from you
to maximize profit.
So like I think another one of the reasons that the rich don't use this is because they know the purposes of these.
Because they probably got rich off of doing it. They're, you know, it's like the cigarette CEOs, right? I don't think they smoke cigarettes because they know what they created.
For real, bro. They know their flaws, bro.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Have you never been in a meeting?
Have I never been to a meeting? I've been in a couple meetings in my day.
Back in the old days, everyone's always got a stogie. I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah. What do they say? Smoking a fag or something, right? That's what they say over there too.
A cigar, like a stogie.
Oh, a stogie, like a cigar. Yeah,
it's really specific as well. It's like, you know, you're sitting there with your 3,000 quid suit on, and you're smoking a cigar. Fucking put it away.
Yeah. So was that the old version of snubbing? Was fubbing? Was cigar snubbing?
Well, they sit there going, "Oh, look how much money I made this quarter."
Nom. I like cigars. Cigars are actually pretty. You know, I like them for like celebrations, like weddings or something. Yeah, they're a thing.
Will they give you like cancer?
Mouth?
Really,
yeah,
really
they give you
fast?
mouth cancer. Yeah, all tobacco gives you cancer eventually if you do too much of it. So, yeah, don't do tobacco, kids.
Someone said that it does it faster than anything.
It's all dependent on like the use. What was it? What was oh, you sent this, Nick? Here, let me pull this up. What's this?
So I just got.
Oh my god! Dude, they are gonna get me to pay this $13 a month. I really don't want to.
Starts.
Whoa!
The gasp.
Yeah, it's a big gasp or something, dude. That's too. They're like, no.
Yeah.
Where was I going with this? Okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah. The whole like gaming's getting toward, we're becoming more in the efforts of becoming more connected, right, through Facebook, through VR and whatnot, we're then sacrificing actually interacting with people like in person, and it's weird. It's a weird, like, it's almost ironic, I guess, or a paradox.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the idea of like just putting on a headset and just like isolating myself even more into a world. At least, you know, when I'm here on a computer, there's at least I'm at least still interacting with the real world at some point. And then way back, did you ever go to LAN parties? Ramton, you ever go to LAN parties? You know what those are? Do you know what a LAN party is?
Like for games?
Yeah.
Aren't all
Like
parties on
these.
land?
No, LAN,
LAN.
LAN,
What the
LAN,
hell?
LAN parties. These are what LAN parties were.
Cool.
So before the internet was fast enough to really like play games, multiplayer games like online and whatnot, we used to do these things. I did these. I even hosted one at like a convention center at some point.
That's crazy.
But yeah, we would physically bring our computers to like someone's house or, you know, or a convention center or something and hook all the wires up directly. And we would play video games with each other. But like, look, we're at least like next to each other, right? This is still like kind of, you know, you'd get up, be like, oh, let's get some pizza, or like, oh, let's, you know, I don't know, like chat about this, and then like,
Let's
oh yeah,
use the bathroom after 5 hours.
yeah, right. Or what about this guy who's been like,
Didn't that slow the internet down though? Because they all connected.
they're not on the internet. They're not on the internet. They're on a local network, so they're not even connected to the internet. Look at this. This guy was like, this is the famous picture. He's like duct taped.
Computer events that you can do this.
That's funny, bro.
What did you say, Hypatia?
Like a vintage computer gatherings where you can still do this today.
That's cool. Yeah. Let me yeah. They probably still do it at like DEF CON and whatnot. What is it? LAN. My name's probably in here somewhere. There's an article. Here we go. You guys want to see really old Geo? I'll show you guys, dude. This is Dr.
No
Gold.
way.
This is me, dude, in 2007. CIC students use computer skills to launch local area network party. It was a LAN party. Yeah. This was us.
Crazy.
Yeah, there's me. This was like this was my computer. I had like a clear computer that was UV reactive, and like it went off to the lights and stuff, and I was the DJ. I was up there. I was a DJ for this, but it was. Do they have
I
more
like how
pictures?
this is what you were doing when I was 2 years old.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
That's funny.
we were throwing like these parties, dude. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe more pictures of it. Okay, that's it. Okay. Anyways, it was cool. You know, kind of a lost art, I guess. But I guess Hypatia said they do still exist, so that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, I lived with my roommates and we did play online, but we are right to each other. And honestly, the shit talking is like the best part of the game.
Oh yeah. Or like you peek over at their screen and you're like, where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at, man?
And when you do it with your friends, you know it's like, you know, it's all fun and games because you do that and then you go hang out later and you're chill, right? When you do it online, it turns into like really toxic. Like I feel like that's actually one of the reasons that a lot of kids nowadays ended up getting depression because before the shit talking was from your friends, and that guy was like I'll punch you in the face or whatever. Right? You go like
You're like sitting right next to him, bro.
You're like, yo, let's settle this with the fists. Let's settle it with the fists.
And then like you would go and then like I used to wrestle my friends when I was like really young though, right?
Yeah.
Like you used to wrestle each other, like fight with each other, and then like half an hour later we're like laughing around and it's all gone, right?
Yeah.
But when you do it over the internet, you get that like intense moment and then you don't get the after.
Yeah, you don't get to squash it.
Stays with you.
What is this? What is this sensation?
Talk shit, talk shit, talk shit. Talk shit.
You're bad.
You're bad. You're bad, dude.
Like what?
So what kind of game were you playing back then?
What do we play? We played a lot of StarCraft, Counter-Strike, OG Call of Duty, Halo. I did a lot of Halo. Halo was a big one. And then I don't think what else. Quake. Quake was fun. Played a lot of Quake. And then also these meetups. These meetups were also, because this is before the times of streaming. So we didn't have like music streaming. We didn't have movie streaming. There was no Netflix. There was no nothing. So it was all kind of also in exchange for like, hey, what music do you have? Can I get all your music? Or hey, what movies do you have? Do you have all this? And it's like, oh, hey, I have all the episodes of Seinfeld. And it's like, oh, cool. So it became like this like exchange system too. You know? It was cool. There was a very cool social aspect to it. And yeah, I think with everything going on online, like when you don't see someone face to face and you can hide behind, they call it keyboard warriors, right? When you can like hide behind a keyboard, you'll say like the most ridiculous shit, but like, yeah, and you'll say some pretty toxic stuff because you know if you said that in person, like, A, you don't have the balls to actually say it, and like that would probably create some sort of reaction that you know not to do, you know?
Yeah. You know, that's why I feel like, you know, before when you get your ass kicked, then you would. And the thing is, like, you would not. It's like people are like, bring bullying back and everything. And I'm like, okay, let's like not advertise.
Let's not bring bullying back.
We don't want bullying back, right? But we want people to put in their place. You would actually get your ass kicked by your best friend, and then you'll go hang out, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It wasn't the bully that beat your ass. It was the guy you hung out with every day.
Yeah, you just wrestle. You would just wrestle every sometimes. You'd be like, yo, let's go. Like, we got some pent up aggression we got to take out. You know?
Yeah, like
you just did it.
Yeah, like there was so many times when I was younger, I would like fight my best friend, and then we would like hang out the next day, and like nothing has happened, right? So like that's what we mean. Like it's kind of like you would get put on your place, but at the same time, it wasn't like detrimental. Like you're not actually.
It's like two puppies, like you know when puppies like fight with each other and whatnot. You're just like, yeah, it's like that.
Yeah.
Puppy fight.
And then when you draw blood, you're like, okay.
Yeah, it's like okay, we gotta chill. We gotta chill this. Yeah. But yeah, you don't get the squash stuff online. Yeah, people just like call you dumb and then they go, haha, bye.
Okay. Here's a thing also. I don't know whether I should like say this on the street.
It's okay, you can say whatever, dude.
But the ironic part is like, because I don't know, like the Western culture is a little bit different, and you guys got more lenient parents, right?
Yeah.
But if your parents walk into a room and you're fighting your friend,
yeah,
now you're also getting an ass kicking from them.
So yeah, now your parents are gonna beat you up too.
Because I fought, I'm getting beaten more.
Yeah, it's the beatings will continue.
Why are you fighting? And then slippers are hitting you. You're like, I don't think it's like helping the situation.
Yeah, we're putting there's fuel on the fire at this point, dude. What? Oh my god. Nick, what was your question, dude? Did you send me a question somewhere? Where'd you send it?
Yeah, in office hours.
Oh, okay.
On top of the video.
Okay, cool. Yeah, your question is what's a good free place to learn coding and stuff and game development? Yes. Okay. Yeah, Code Academy's great. I like Code Academy.
Code Academy has some stuff for like especially the math stuff. And actually if you want to
is it Udemy? Udemy's another big one, right? Udemy?
Yeah, I think Udemy is also paid, but there is a guy called Programming with Mosh. I know he's like one of the big ones, and like I've heard good stuff from him as well. It depends which program you also want to learn.
Okay.
It's on YouTube.
Oh, he has it on YouTube? Apparently he has a whole website, I guess.
Yeah, he has a whole website. He's got like everything. But on YouTube, like, he's got like Programming with Mosh. I think.
You know what we should do? Again, I'm just gonna add this to the plate of ideas. We should do a challenge where we say, hey, we're gonna do a coding challenge. You guys got a month, and you have to write a piece of code that does blank. And you know, whoever gets the code to like, you know, here's what the input needs to be, here's what the output needs to be, and based on like what percentage of the output matches what it should be, you get so many entries in for a giveaway or something, right?
Bro, Noise would win.
Well, this is.
If you want to learn about technical artistry, like I sent this Entagma person.
Okay.
You can learn from them.
Let me get it. Is it in the chat? You sent it in the chat?
Oh shit, full course. Yo, okay.
Let's see this. Okay. Oh, cool. Entagma, free tutorials. Oh, this is cool. Oh, Vellum, yeah. Stable diffusion, yeah. I need to get into the stable diffusion. That's a cool thing that's gotten really big, right? Yeah. Oh, that's a lot. This is cool. Yeah, these are a lot of other good. Here, I'll put this in the chat for Twitch if you guys want to do that. That's another cool one. Coding with Mosh. Yeah, look, you can learn Python in an hour. That's great.
I think he's got a 6-hour course.
Okay.
Python, yeah. But the thing is, if you're trying to learn elementary coding,
Yeah.
there's a lot of free stuff, so you can learn those very easily. Like you just YouTube it.
Mhm.
When you want to learn a little bit of a more higher level programming, then that's when it starts to become a little bit paid, which kind of makes sense as well.
Yeah, because
like,
at that point, like, you're trying to get a job, and you know they even have these things. Man, what are they called? Like boot camps where they'll put you through a 6-week course, and then they'll place you in a job, and it's free, but they take like your first month's salary or something. Like once they
What the
place
hell?
you, yeah, they're called like coding boot camps. I know I know a couple friends that did them. Like, you know, they had a degree in architecture or something, and then they went to a coding boot camp. Here we go, Coding Dojo, 16-week boot camp. Like, you fly out to wherever this place is, you take the courses, you learn how to code, and then they place you in a job. Like, they're basically recruiters or headhunters, and then as part of the fee for that, they take part of your salary. But you know, whatever, you make like 6 figures, so, and you weren't gonna do it anyways, so I don't know, it works out.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
if you have any like of these stuff, send it to me as well. Just in case.
Yeah, because I did. So after I graduated with my PhD, I did look at these. I did seriously look at this because I had a couple friends that had gone through this, and at the time, I think I turned it down because I was gonna have to move to San Francisco, and I was like, no, I'm not moving to San Francisco. And then, I heard it was. And I'm okay with things being brutal. Like, I like doing brutal shit and whatnot, but then also, I don't know, it's kind of like soul-sucking to just be a coder. At least for me.
Yeah.
You know?
I think if you are doing stuff that you like, that's more. Because you'll end up quitting if you don't like it.
Exactly. Right. And I you know, I like doing this. I like help. I feel more fulfilled in life helping kids with this type of stuff than I guess the money would make me feel for doing this. So, and this is why, like, I'm okay with applying to certain jobs if they're in the field of science and math education, because then I'm fine being paid and also still doing what I want. Like, that's cool. Down with that. But yeah, this is a pretty surefire way to get paid pretty well. This may have gotten saturated though, right, in like the last year or so, because I think everyone started going into this. But maybe if you start going into an AI boot camp, that's probably the new rage, you know?
Yeah, that's probably like I want to also go towards somewhere that like does research in like math or physics, right? You know, like as I said, like I don't want to be like part of a team to like let's figure out how we're gonna design this light button. I'm gonna shoot.
Yeah, they call this UX, right? Interface defined user experience, UX design. I have a buddy who gets paid very good money to do UX design for Charles Schwab, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm quitting my contract in February. Like, I'm done. I'm done. Just like with this, dude. What?"
Yeah, I think if you hate, because the thing is, job is 8 hours of your day, and if you hate it, you're trading your life.
Yeah.
for
Are
the
you
money.
working to live or are you living to work? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you gonna do with the money? People are like, I'm gonna go, and one of the things that I say is like ironic is that people work so that they can make money, so they can go on vacation, so they can get away from the job. And I'm like, but if you like the job,
You don't.
and you
Every day's a
don't get
vacation.
that money, yeah, then you don't have to like hate it. You don't have to get away with it. So like, find a job that you like. You don't have to make money to get away from it. So
Yeah. Also, this trap of like, you know, let me get a job that I hate, let me make a lot of money, and let me throw like half of my salary into my retirement, like my 401k or whatnot, and like let me just max the shit out of that thing so that I can retire early at 55 and then do what I want. And to me, I'm like, wait a minute, you just wasted the best years of your life, right? 20 to 40, when like you're actually able to do things, you know, for the promise of being able to do things when you're 55, when, I don't know, it hurts to walk up the stairs, you know, like, I don't know, I'm like, ew, what?
Yeah.
No, there's a balance. I mean, you can't party all the time, but you know, you should seriously take advantage of your youth and do things now that you probably will not be able to do later. A big one that I'm very glad I did is I traveled a lot in my early 20s, and I encourage anyone, if you have the opportunities to do it, just fucking do it. Because as you get older, your friends start having kids and whatnot, so there's less people to actually go on these trips with. Like, everyone gets caught up with a job or whatnot, or they have family responsibilities, so they're not going to be able to travel with you. And, yeah, it's just, you know, the vacation time, the days, and also your energy. When you are young, you can work on 2 hours of sleep going from Ibiza to Belgium to whatever. Like, you can do it. At my age, I couldn't. If I tried to do the same, like, Euro trips that I did in my early 20s, I would die. I would not be able to do it. So, that's a big thing, I would say. Yeah, travel when you can. And do everything you can to try to do it. Even if that means, like, taking a credit card out and, you know, putting like 5K on it or something. Like, just go do it, because that 5K will be worth inconsequential later in life. I'm not saying go into massive amounts of debt, but like, don't worry about the money. The experiences are forever.
I didn't get to travel as much, so that's my plan for like.
Good. Yeah, you said that, right? You said you were gonna go like do like kind of like a pre-honeymoon or something, right? Is she listening?
No, she's in Vancouver right now.
Oh, okay. All right, good. It's secretly she's watching too, though. He's like, what is Rampton saying on the stream?
She's the secret spy.
She's the secret spy. Yeah. I mean, how old are you, Rampton? What, 26, 25, 27? I forgot.
27.
27. Yeah,
21.
that's still a good age. That's a good age to travel a lot. Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Go to Asia. Go to Europe. Go everywhere.
I want. Yeah, honestly,
China. Don't go to Taiwan.
Don't go to China. Yeah, don't go to China.
I think right now Taiwan and China, my butthole's gonna clench for a lot.
Oh yeah. You do always end up. Yeah, the food there is very spicy.
I think part of it is also like it's not quite my fault, because the thing is, I think this is one of the advantages, which I think, you know, take advantage of it if you can. If you have an American passport, you're like, oh, I want a ticket, right? If you have an Iranian passport like me, then you're like, oh, I want to go to Europe. Let me do paperwork for 6 months.
Ew.
And then I'll get to travel. So I think that's also like one of the things that, like, you know, if you have that advantage, like, do use it.
Yeah, you got a U.S. passport. That U.S. passport is gold. You can go do anything, pretty much. Go anywhere. But do it up.
It's not the best. The best is Japan, and then
Japanese passport's the best, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has the best, the most visa-free travel treaties.
Oh, that's
It
cool.
was just, I read an article like a few days ago. Apparently, newly they said
is also better than the US.
Sorry, no. Actually, Japan is no longer the best. Sorry, as Singapore is now the best.
Ooh, Singapore. Okay, I like that.
Just overtook Japan a few days ago. Yeah,
cool.
That was the one I read. I think.
And the thing about Singapore is that it's also a kind of dictatorship. If you know,
Is it a dictatorship? Is it like a sultanship or something? What do they call it? A sultanate? Do they have an emperor?
No, it's not about emperor. It's like a technocratic dictatorship.
Oh.
Like Singapore is about like you can go search Singapore human rights violations.
Yeah, I'm sure there are. Yeah, probably a lot of them. I feel like everyone has like.
Don't spit gum on the floor in Singapore.
Yeah, don't spit gum on the floor in Singapore.
$1,000, I think.
That's not good. Okay, cool. I think that's all the questions for today. I gotta kind of run. This has been fun though. Let's do the picker wheel. Let's do the picker wheel for everyone who asked questions today. I think everyone asked. I think everyone asked a gaming question, so everyone gets double entries. So everyone has a single entry, basically, right? We kind of made it so that like you have to ask that question. Let me see. Did I miss anyone on this list? Did I miss anyone? I think I got everyone. Dehora, Teacup, Jamarcus, Dark, and Noise. Right? Speak now, forever hold your peace. Yes. Okay. Cool. Let's spin the wheel. Who's gonna win? I know Noise needs it. Noise needs some Discord Nitro. Oh, it's gonna go to Dark though. That's so close. Nice job, Nick. Congrats. Cool. All right. Do you guys have any other last minute things before I close the stream off? Rampton, Hypatia?
Yeah, I guess just call me when you want to do the animation or something like that.
Cool. Yes. We'll let you know. Hope you feel better with all the stuff. Go find your pharmacy stuff, you know.
Yeah, I was able to eat something during the stream, so yeah.
Hey, there we go. Good. We're on the road to recovery. Nice. Cool.
Oh, anyway, see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Okay. Yes, and then Rampton, do you have anything you want to say?
No, that's
all good. Cool. All right. Tomorrow's stream is going to be, that's our regular office hours. So we're going to go over whatever math, science questions you have. Please come ask them. Let's learn some stuff. And that's going to be at 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll probably do Jackbox games again on Saturday. I think that was fun. You guys had a good time with that.
That was the first time I did the game. I was impressed by the jokes, honestly.
Right? They're pretty good. Honestly, yeah, the kids are good.
Definitely would do it.
They're
Are
definitely
you doing the same time as before?
Pardon?
Are you doing the same time as before?
I think I will. Yeah, I can. Does that time work for you?
Yeah, I think so. Or like an hour earlier or something.
Okay, hour earlier or something. Hour earlier might be better. Yeah.
I think I'll figure.
Okay, let me know. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Thank you everyone for coming to Golden Hour. Special thanks to Ramton and Hypatia and everyone who, contributed during the stream. I really appreciate all the conversations. We're bringing people together. It's real. And, we learn a lot of cool stuff. But yeah, come by office hours tomorrow. Come by the Discord for Jackbox games on Saturday. If you haven't joined our Discord, please do. The link is here. I'll put it in the Twitch, discord.actual.education. That's how you can find about all the cool activities we do. You can win tons of fun prizes and, play games with us. We like to have a good time.
Yeah.
All right. Enjoy your Thursday, guys. I will see you guys again on Friday. Cool?
Sounds good. Yeah. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, guys. Peace.